I want to inspire you today to not miss Christmas. How crazy is that? But you know what? 2,000 years ago, most of the people missed Christmas just like many people today. You say, well, what are you talking about? Well, I'll give you an example. Here's the innkeeper. The innkeeper would have been, as many of us go to the Holy Land, take a trip. You go see the tomb, you go see where the crucifixion was. The innkeeper's motel could be a tremendous visit to see where Jesus was born. But no, he puts him in a barn. Why was he not involved in what was taking place? Just like many people today, he was preoccupied, meaning he's just too busy. The innkeeper was just too busy dealing with all the things that he had to deal with that he missed Christmas. Many people today, because of what you are so busy about, you miss the whole reason of why Jesus came. Also, another person who missed Christmas was Herod, King Herod. Here's a person that was very fearful. Here's a person that was self-centered. Here's a person that was very arrogant. Here's the person that misses Christmas because he's a king. Nobody tells me what to do. Oh Lord, the King of the Jews is going to be born. Well, one of the titles of Herod was King of the Jews. So when he heard that, of course, he was paranoid. And many of us, we're not going to allow Jesus to take over our lives. I don't mind him coming in and doing a few things for me, but to go ahead and tell me that I need to change my life, that's Herod. He missed Christmas, and many people miss Christmas because of that spirit. You know who else missed Christmas? Well, the religious leaders. The religious leaders, here they were, and their problem was indifference. They knew the Messiah was coming. They had the scriptures memorized. These were considered the most religious people of the day. But indifference means they just didn't care. They didn't even bother to go check out if the Messiah had been born, although they had all the scriptural information that was pointing toward him arriving. But they just didn't care. You know how a lot of people are at Christmas. I don't mind the manger scene. I'm not going to get upset about that. I don't mind the Christmas program. I'll even go sit at your programs and I'll watch. But, you know, do what you want to do. I believe what I want to believe. You believe what you want to believe. I just have my own belief system. That's the religious leaders. What's sad is all of the people in Jerusalem, the most spiritual city there was, or religious city, we'll say, in the entire world was Jerusalem. They missed the first Christmas because of religion. You know, there's a lot of people that miss Christmas because of religion. Just they're so into rules and regulations, they miss the reality of who he really is. The whole Roman Empire missed the first Christmas. The whole Roman Empire, why? Because of idolatry. Well, do we have a problem with idolatry? No, we don't have the wooden images and things like that, but we do have fame, popularity, money, lust, pride. We do have our gods that we worship, that we feel if we got this, we would be happy, and that this is not God. So just like the Roman Empire, we have people today that still miss Christmas. And you know, the last group that missed Christmas 2,000 years ago were the citizens of Nazareth. Why did they miss it? He lived in Nazareth for 30 years. Familiarity. They knew him. Many of us have been to a lot of Christian productions. We've been to dramas. We've heard the Christmas story. Hey, Pastor Glenn, I know what took place. I know Jesus was born. I'm aware of that. I've been through I don't know how many altar calls. I've heard it all. You're too familiar with the story where you're missing the spirit of what took place. Jesus came, and he comes today, as you well know. And he said he brought 3 gifts. Here's the gifts that he brought us this Christmas that I want you to see. Here's one. He said, I'm bringing you good news. I'm bringing good news to you. Now, how many love getting some good news? We all love getting good news. Listen to the news and you have a lot of bad news. Jesus says, I'm coming to bring good news. It was a messed up world back then. And Jesus says, I'm coming to give you something that is going to help you and give you hope. In your misery, in your bondage, in your difficulty, I've got some good news. That's what Christmas is about. But that's not the only gift. He also gives us another gift. And he says, I'm also going to bring great joy. There's going to be great joy. Now, is there anything more wonderful in life than having joy? Not only joy, but great joy. It's one thing to be excited about something. It's one thing to go through life, and here you are getting knocked around, getting beat up, but you have great joy. And I think more than anything else, this is what Jesus says that will turn your life around. Realize that you don't have to have something under the tree. You just need to have some good news and great joy, and you will have a great Christmas. But there's one more important thing, the gift that he brought 2,000 years ago that he is still bringing today in this box. And he says there's a Savior that has been born. A Savior. Yeah. What does mankind need? Well, if we answered that, we'd say, well, I need a car, I need a big screen TV, I need a house, I need a raise, I need a bonus, I need a check. Jesus says, I could have done that if that's is what you need, but you didn't need that really. What you needed more than anything else was a Savior. This was going to bring you joy and your happiness, and this was your good news. Your money's going to be spent. Your house is going to eventually need painting. It's going to have to be fixed. Your car's going to break down. The Savior 2,000 years ago is still the same one today that changes lives. You have a good Christmas. You have a good Christmas because you have great joy. You have a Savior, and you have some good news. So you know what? I inspire you this Christmas. Don't miss it. It's not based on presents. It's based on the Savior has come for you. So believe and have the greatest Christmas you'll ever have in your life.